This is, perhaps, the most busy road crossing on the south side of Bloomington. Cars and semi-trucks go by on both roads, and two brick buildings are stuffed with businesses on the east side, one of which contains student apartments. On the southwest block, there is a new college student apartment building, some of which is not yet finished. By and large, there's a lot of stuff going on in this intersection, yet there is an older building, much older than the others, that stands behind a veil of trees. This old building is Templeton Elementary, where I spent the majority of my life. In the rooms of my first grade class, I learned about erosion with rocks and bottles, slowly grinding them down to clay. In the Gallagher K through 6 class, where I learned from 3rd to 6th grade, I made many friends, and we lived as a class community. Upon the playground, my friends and I made stories and worlds, some of which have stuck around. For a while, Templeton stood alone, but not for long. I do not know the exact year, but the changes around the school started with the Dunn Street project. This was somewhat of a nice change, as it was centered around local businesses and permanent home owners. Soon, with its colorful houses and small businesses such as the restaurant Feast, the new neighborhood became part of Bloomington as a whole. Soon, Feast and Templeton were joined by a third building. It was during my 6th grade year that an abandoned building across the road was torn down, and a small apartment complex with the title of Hillside Crossing began to rise. Because I was walking to school at this time, I got to see its development and was able to figure out its layout. The back and top was mostly set for apartments, while the front was business space. Yet the changes were not done. Now the last quarter of the intersection has been developed. This lot was originally the site of an old house, and in the last few years or so, the owner sold the property, and like many other properties in Bloomington, the land was planned to be developed into a student apartment building. Many people oppose this development, and with good reason. Despite the future apartment building being on the site of a large piece of land, the designers placed it up against the road, and, to give the future residents parking space, rather than taking up the small area behind, they decided to take out a lane of Henderson, and filled in a section of the intersection with concrete. I have been told that the school buses now have trouble with turning onto Hillside because of this concrete pad. And because of this, I think that this new building will cause some problems. Yet all is not bad. The area around Templeton has changed, yet students still learn within the school and find friends and fun. This area is still my home in many ways.